What is going on, guys? My name is Potter and welcome to the ultimate IW4X elevator tutorial. Today I will be covering sprint elevators, jump elevators, and crouch elevators. This video contains every elevator spot that I currently know, and if you know any that I did not cover, please do describe in detail in the comment section below how to do the elevators so other people can learn them. If you have your bind set already and you know what you're doing, there are timestamps in the description for all the spots that I know if you'd like to jump to those immediately. If you are new or learning elevators, you need to put in the binds that I'm putting up on screen right now. These can also be found in the description below if you would like to copy and paste those into your console. You can access console by clicking the tilde key right below the escape key. These binds are going to be helping us get into the elevators and you'll understand more later. If you need any additional help, visit me over on twitch.tv/Potter. The link's in the description, or if you just want to hang out and hit shots with us. I'm live pretty much every single day, so I'll see you soon. Also, be sure to subscribe and like the video to help me out and help other people figure out all these crazy elevators. Before we get into the spots, I want to give you a brief explanation of how elevators even work. If you play much IW4X, you've probably seen someone go for this elevator on Highrise. As you can see, when I'm out here, I can stand up and jump with complete freedom, but if I crouch and go under here, I cannot stand up. I'm spamming A right now, as you can see on the controller cam, and I can't stand up. Our goal when completing elevators is to get to a spot where the game is confused and doesn't know whether to let us stand up or keep us crouched. When we're in that spot where the game is confused, it will literally just force us up. Now, one of the binds that I gave you will be able to pull up all of your values in the upper right. You can see your FPS, your yaw, and view pause. This is very important when doing elevators and learning them initially. Later on, you won't have to use these numbers in the upper right, but it helped me significantly when I started learning them. For this specific Ele, you want to be on 125 frames per second. So we're on 59, so we want to click B for 125 frames. We want to get our view pause to 179.6. So if I'm zooming in, I can see I'm at 179.6. I want to go up to this spot, standing up in the middle of this area, crouch, click K twice because K will move us to the left a little bit. And then we want to force the game to think we need to stand up, but we're in a spot where the game can't decide whether or not to keep us crouched or stand up, so it's going to send us off. Now, to do that, we're going to hold shift and then W, which is sprinting. When you're crouched and you sprint, the game wants to stand you up. So that's what we're doing here. Now I should do shift W and it'll send us up in the Ele. There we go. Congratulations, you just learned your first elevator. Alright, I know I just did this elevator, but I'm going to set the precedent for the rest of these clips. The first thing you need to do is click C, or whatever you binded your draw FPS 4 to, and that is what's going to show all these numbers. So make sure you press C and have the numbers on your screen. Next, you want to set the FPS. For this one, we were doing 125 FPS, so I clicked B. Once you're on 125 FPS, you need to zoom in at 179.6, and try to look exactly where I'm looking as well to make it easier. Alright, so come up here now. Crouch, K twice, shift W. Congratulations. Imagine. Another thing you can do on this elevator is go up to the window washer. What I like to do is I switch from 125 to 333 FPS, and it's quick, but you have to sprint this way on 333 FPS to get onto this window washer. Oh no. You can also bounce from the window washer to bomb, and it sends you over the helipad if you're good at bouncing. Crouch elevators and sprint elevators are the same concept, and you can do them interchangeably. So if there's a crouch elevator, you're going to be able to do a sprint elevator for it, and vice versa. So for the rest of this tutorial, I'm only going to be covering sprint elevators, but I'm going to show you this crouch elevator first, just so you know the concept of how to do it. So to refresh your memory of the concept of elevators, we're going to want to get to the point for crouch elevators to where the game is confused and doesn't know whether to let us stand up or keep us crouched. Once we're at the point in between, we're going to be able to click A to stand up, and the game's not going to know what to do, and we will be forced to go up. So you can still do this Ele on 125 frames per second, but I find it easier on 250. So go into this left side of the window, look to the right at 179.6, like the sprint Ele. Once you're looking at 179.6, crouch, click K 4 times if you're on 250, and now try to stand up. You can't. So what we're going to do is look to the left at about 269.3, and we're going to start clicking L and A. The reason we're doing this is when we click L, we're moving at very small increments out of the window, and when we click A, we're trying to stand up. So we keep clicking that over and over again, and we will get into the Ele. There we go. Alright, so the jump Ele is the same concept where you're going to go to a spot where you can jump, and then you can go under it, and it won't let you jump. So you want to get stuck in between to where you can jump and can't jump all the way up. Once the game doesn't know whether to let you keep going up or keep you down, it's gonna send us up into the elevator. So for this Ele, be on 333 FPS. First thing is run and jump against this doorway. Then look to the right, line your top crosshair up at 179.9, sorry, and then click K 6 times. Then look to the left. Once you're looking to the left and you try to jump, you see that you're stuck. We're gonna look at 266.3, and we're gonna start clicking L, because this will get us closer to the point where we can jump. So do you see how I can jump at there now? We're gonna go back once using K, and we're gonna do our jump, crouch, crouch, bind. And we're in the Ele. It's not always that easy, but sometimes you do get it first try, like I did right here. I actually wasn't supposed to get it that time because I wanted to show you what it looks like if you don't get it first try, but it looks like if you look at 179.9, click K 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, look at 266.3, and then do your jump, crouch, crouch, bind. You get it almost every time. Oh, I didn't get it that time. Great. So at this point, since I didn't get it, I'm gonna want to press L and try to jump. I can't get it that time. Keep clicking L until you can jump. Once you can jump, click K again to get to the point where you can't. And then try your jump, crouch, crouch, bind. It didn't work. So what I'm gonna do is look a little bit to the left. So I'm gonna look at 266.4 now. And now I'm gonna keep clicking L until I can jump. Okay, I can. Now I'm gonna click K one more time and try the jump, crouch, crouch, and now I'm in the Ele. The way to get out of the Ele, you can stay up there and do your NSL, but once you move your left stick or WASD on your keyboard, it will send you out of the elevator. You can also do this elevator from this side as well, if you would like. Alright, welcome to Afghan. So for this elevator, you're gonna wanna jump up on these barrels. I like to look this way, jump, and run against this side because there's a barrier there. Then you need to crouch and look this way. Aim in at this mark, then click K 7 times. Shift W. And then I turn my toggles off and then change my FPS if I want a knack swap. For this next Afghan elevator, you're gonna wanna turn around when you spawn in and go into the radiation zone. Come right over here, and there are 2 lines, this one and this one. You're gonna wanna stand right here and look down in between those 2 lines and get to 181 view POS. Then click N to get to 250 FPS. For the movement, you wanna go all the way to the right until you hit this barrier. Go prone, click L twice, Shift W. Alright, so for this one, be on 333 FPS. You're going to want to jump on this ledge and jump crouch into this area. You're going to want to make small movements. In the upper left, those 3 numbers, look at the middle one. You want to get that to 1358.9. But be careful because if you go too far, you'll fall off. Once you're at 1358.9, in that middle number, in the upper left 3, you're going to want to get to view POS of 0.5 and then Shift W. And once it's 1359.0, you know you're close. And keep Shift Wing. And there we go, bro. Alright, so for this one, be on 333 FPS and come on over to the construction site and jump on these boxes. You're going to want to run against here. Make sure you're all the way to the left now. And crouch, hit K 7 times. Zoom in at 179.5. Shift W. So for the Favela Jump Ele, it's the same concept of the Highrise Jump Ele. We want to get stuck under this ledge to the point where we can't jump and to the point where we can jump. And we want to confuse the game once again. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to walk and jump against the top of the doorway. Then we need to get to a point where we are stuck. So we're going to look to the right a little bit. Since we can freely jump right now, we want to click K until we cannot jump freely. So for me, I think it was 4 times. Now, it might be a little different for you. Once we're at a point where we're stuck, we're going to look to the left, and then we want to click L until we can jump again. Once we can jump, we click K to go back and get stuck again. I tried my jump, crouch, crouch bind because I could be at the point where I can Ele. Now, this next process, we're going to keep looking a little bit to the left, and then click L, and we're gonna get unstuck, and then click K again, and we are stuck, so we're gonna try the jump, crouch, bind, and we're gonna keep doing that until we get the Ele. Look a little more to the left. Oh baby, there we go, and we're up finally after repeating that process a few times. And that's where it sends you. Alright, so for this Ele, you're going to want to be on 333 FPS, come up to these barrels, jump on them, and then zoom in at 89.1 POS, go prone K 4 times, Shift W. And you go super high on this one, so you can go for some crazy stuff. And keep in mind, if you put it to lower FPS, you will go up slower. Alright, so for this Ele, be on 250 FPS. You can be on either window. Let's go in here. Make sure you're up against this wall. You want to go crouch, zoom in right at 90.2, L 4 times, Shift W. And now you can run on this roof. You can go over here. You can come all the way over here as well. You can also go out of map on this one and go for a Sui on this side. For this one, be on 333 FPS, and you're going to want to strafe jump to this windowsill. Once you're here, you want to jump against it, crouch, click L 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Zoom in at 270.2. Then hold Shift and then W. So once you're up on this one, you can go out of map and go to another elevator. So follow me this way. Once you're at this spot, switch to 250 frames per second, jump up against this barrier, look this way, crouch, K 1, 2, 3, 4 times, zoom in at 359.3, and then Shift W. And then you can climb up over here and do shots from here. Imagine I hit that. You can also come over on this building if you would like. It is the same layout as the other one. Alright, so for this crouchy Ele, you're going to want to get in this windowsill, jump up to this spot, go to the bus, and then jump over on this sign. Once you're on the sign, you're going to want to jump crouch into this guy. And at this point, you cannot stand up. So now once you're here, you're going to look to the right a little bit and keep moving forward until you get that middle number in the parentheses in the upper right to say 326.9. Once you're here, you're going to want to look to the right at 179.9 and then Shift W. Once that number gets to 327.0, you know you're getting very close. And we're on 333 FPS, by the way. Alright, there we go. For this one, come to this ledge right here and be on 250 FPS. Look this way at view POS 0.2 and then crouch, hit L 1, 2, 3, 4 times and then Shift W and just tap it. Once you're in, click your jump crouch crouch bind until you're at the top of the building. Alright, so for this one, be on 250 frames per second. Come over to this doorway right here and walk against it. Then turn to the right and look at 268.9. Then go prone, click K twice, and then Shift W. Once you're here, you can jump onto this area. You can go over here, or you can come down here to another elevator spot, which I will show you right now. Come to this side over here, look to the right at 88.5 view POS. Once you're there, go prone, click K twice on 250 FPS, and then Shift W. And then you can walk on this barrier right here. Alright, so once you're in this window, you're going to want to look at 181.0. Once you're there, you want to get that middle number in your parentheses in the top right to 2377. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to this ledge and start moving forward and to the left a little bit. Since I'm at 2337.1 right now, I'm going to start holding Shift and W. And you're very close, so you got up. And now you can chill right here. For this one, be on 333 FPS, jump crouch into this window right here. You want to get as close as possible to 2799, that middle number in the upper right in the parentheses. Once you're there, look at 0.9 view POS and then Shift W. And this is the exact same spot as doing it from the other side, so it's just a little bit easier. You could jump up to here, and if you're on 333 FPS, you can strafe jump to this spot, which is pretty cool. Alright, so for this, I'll be on 333 FPS and crouch jump into this window right here. You're going to want to get as close as possible to 3041.0, that middle number in the parentheses. And once you're there, look at 358.9. Then Shift W. There you go. And now you can also go onto the bridge from here and go for shots. You could probably strafe to the ladder, and there's a bounce right there as well. So for this elevator, you're going to want to be on 333 FPS, so click M. Then you're going to want to come over right here, jump up here, get on top of this little light post, and then you're going to want to strafe jump to this corner. I like to go on this side. You can also get up right there. And then once you're here, look up here at this spot, 178.9, crouch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Ks, Shift W, and you're up. At this spot, you can also go onto these roofs. You can go all the way over there. You can go to that side. If you come this way, there is another barrier right here that will allow you to go to the other side. So it's right here, and then just follow the barrier, jump over here. There's a bunch of cars that you can bounce on over here as well. So if you're an insane bouncer, you should be able to figure that out. I have no idea how to bounce. I suck at it, so I don't even want to try. For this elevator, go to 333 FPS, climb up on this, go all the way to the right until you can't anymore. Crouch, click L, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Zoom in at 90.7, right above the crate. 90.6, 90.7, and then Shift W. Alright, so for this one, be on 333 FPS. You're going to want to come over here onto this yellow, in between this yellow railing and the boxes. Go against this wall. Look to the right towards A. Crouch, click K 7 times. Zoom in at 358.9. Shift W. Then hit your jump, crouch, crouch bind. And then I went back to 59 FPS to slow me down a little bit. For this next one, be on 250 frames per second. Get up on this golf cart. Get on the blue box. Make sure you're against this wall. Crouch. Hit K 4 times. Look at 358.8. Shift W. Then jump, crouch, crouch bind. For this spot, be on 333 FPS and get a care package. You're going to want to lay it right about here, and hopefully you get a good land. Once you get a perfect care package horizontal like this, you want to get up here, jump against this wall, crouch, zoom in at about 271.7, L 7 times, Shift W. Once you're up, you can run over to this ledge, throw another care package here, get on top of it, jump to here, throw another care package. Oh, jump right there, get up here, come down to this barrier, come against it, go prone, zoom in right about 1.0, and then L 1, 2, 3, 4, Shift W. And then you can go all the way up here and go for shots. That was quick. For the Derail spawn elevator, you're going to want to come up on these boxes, run into this side, crouch, click L 7 times. Now zoom in right about here at 180.6, and then Shift W. You can climb up on these. There's barriers. You can go onto this roof. You can go out of map. A lot of people like to run all the way up here. You can throw care packages in certain spots to go for crazy bounces. Or, if you suck at bounces like I do, I just come up here and go for nutty shots. Alright, so for the other spawn L, you're going to want to come up on this truck, get on this barrier, run and jump at this green little sign. You're going to want to crouch, zoom in, and look at 178.1, click K 7 times, Shift W. Make sure you're on 333 FPS for the last one, and for this one, you're going to want to be on 333 FPS as well. Alright, so for this one, you're going to want to jump up on this barrier. Now, jump against this, make sure you're against the wall, and then zoom in, click K 7 times as you look at 359.5 or 6, and Shift W. Alright, so now we're in the enemy spawn, be on 250 FPS, come up over here, go against this left wall, zoom in at about 359.1, go prone, click K twice, Shift W. For this one, you're going to want to be on 333 FPS, jump to the dumpster right here, get on the pole, walk to this side, look to the right, crouch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Ks, zoom in at 178.7, Shift W. Alright, for this next one, be on 333 FPS, come to the spawn building on top, and then jump onto this chimney right here. You're going to want to run against this wall, crouch, click L 7 times, zoom in at 270.3, Shift W. This next one, be on 333 FPS, jump onto these barrels right here, look to the right, crouch, click K 7 times, then zoom in at 359.3. Shift W. Alright, so for this next elevator, you want to be on 333 FPS. You're going to want to jump up here, then onto the dumpster, then on this little pole. Once you're here, jump up against this barrier, zoom in at 181.0, crouch L 7 times, Shift W. Once you're there, do your jump, crouch, crouch, bind 1, 2, 3 times, turn around, and you can jump on this roof. Once you're up top, you can turn around and jump to the building. Alright, so for this one, be on 333 FPS, and you're going to want to jump to this box right here. Come to this wall, look to the right, crouch, hit K 7 times. And then you want to zoom in right about here at 89.9. Then Shift W, and you got it. Alright, so for this Ele, be on 333 FPS. You want to jump crouch onto this windshield. Now make sure you're walking against this barrier right here. Now look to the right. You want to look at 269.5, crouch, click K 7 times, Shift W. Alright, so for strike, you're going to want to come over here, get onto this dumpster, jump against this barrier, look this way, crouch, click L 7 times, zoom in at about 180.9, and then Shift W. Alright, so for this one, you're going to want to get up on this wall, sprint against here, look this way, crouch L 7 times, and look at 270.9, Shift W. Alright, so for this one, be on 333 FPS, jump to the fridge, jump to the dumpster, come against this wall right here. You want to crouch, hit K 7 times, zoom in at about 359.0, Shift W. Once you come to the right against this wall, go prone, click L 3 times, zoom in at 0.3, Shift W. And you just keep going. I changed to 333 frames to speed it up. You can sprint out of the Ele and go anywhere you want. I'm going to try to hit the ladder. That would be pretty insane. Oh, there's a barrier right there. That's cool. Oh, no! Alright, for this one, be on 333 FPS. Come over here into this corner. Crouch, hit K 7 times. Make sure you're looking at 269.7, which I already am. Shift W. And you get right on this little box and you go for a shot. Alright, for this one, be on 333 FPS. Jump on the blue barrel. Jump to the dumpster. Go against this barrier right here. Look to the right. Crouch. Hit K 7 times. Zoom in at 179.6. Shift W. So this one, be on 333 FPS. Jump on this barrel. Go against this wall. Look to the left. Crouch. Click L 7 times. zoom in at 271.5, shift W. Alright, for this one, you're going to want to go against this trailer right here. Crouch, look to the right, K 7 times. Zoom in at 89.1. And then shift W. Alright, so for this one, you're going to want to be in this corner. You're going to want to crouch, hit K 7 times, sometimes more. You just have to get up onto the ledge. So I had to click it 8 times that time. Zoom in, go to 89.9, view POS, shift W. Or 89.8.